Hello. In day 12, we are going to learn the commands like massing and site, family creation and insert decal. Let's learn these things in the Revit now. To get the massing and site option, just after the analyze option, we have to click on the massing and site. Massing and site is a concept where we can develop the site surrounding the model or project, you can say. For that, we have the site option separately in the floor plan option. Make sure you are in the site option. So this is the logo of your site. That means you are in the site. And then here we have a topo surface. You can create the topo surface or any plane surrounded your model. Even if you have a AutoCAD counter plans, then you can import it and then you can develop the site area around the 3D model. I'm clicking on the topo surface option. If you have a CAD import, then you can click on the create from the import option. Otherwise manually we are going to place it. Click on the place object. Now before going to place the point, we have to confirm what elevation we are giving for that. Now I'm just going with the 0 feet and place it here, here. I'm clicking randomly here because we don't have any particular plan. If you have a plan, counter plan, then you can go with the create from import option and then finish it. Go to 3D to check that plane. This plane is merging with this floor plan because of the same level. And then even you can give the counter for this plane. I'm deleting it. Clicking on the site option, topo surface. You can give -1 value also if it is below the model ground. This is the ground, and even you can raise the elevation depending on the requirement. Once you get the site knowledge, then you can develop this like 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet in order to show the hill area or counter lines. Give the elevation and then add the elevations around the model. Like this way you just go on continuing the elevation and then finish it. Go to 3D to check the site condition. So here we don't get a proper idea what type of the site we have. To get it properly, you can go with the section box option on it and then you will get a section box. By using that arrow mark, you can just crop this little to get a proper idea what we have developed the site like that. So this is how we got the counter elevations. Go to the elevation and then have a look. So this is how we have created the site. And even you go to the different elevation, keep your view in wireframe or hidden to get the better idea. You can switch this one. Next, go to 3D and then click on the site option. For this one, if I want to place the site components like trees and other stuff, we have a separate option, that is a site component option, or else by using this component and then place a component option, you can place the number of components or the type of the component what you want to place. You can go with the any other way. I'm clicking on the site component. By default we have a different types of the trees here. You can just place it, switch the other type and place it, switch the other type and place it. You can copy it and then just develop the landscape. Next we have a parking component. In order to show the parking component which is in 2D mode, just click on that and then show the parking component. So here we have some parking stuff like that. And in order to place the vehicle, you can go with the component and then place a component, load it from the particular collections of the folder and then place it. Next one is building pad. In order to show pond, natural pond or anything, if I want to cut it in particular elevation or depth, I am going to use the building pad here. We should be close. Then you can take the shape and then draw it and finish it. Go to 3D to check the building pad. Next, here you will get a building pad. So for this you can give a different material by edit type option, duplicate it, you can say building pad 2 or whatever it may be, edit it and give the name whatever the material you want to give, rename it pad, asset browser, appearance, and in the site work we have the others material. You can apply any material which one you want to apply. I am giving this, or you can apply water to show pond like this. Even you can adjust the elevation of this by giving the height offset, that is 1 feet, and you can minus it about -1 feet like this. Next one is split surface. In order to split or in order to show row and all other stuff, I am going to split this main site area. Once you select the main site area, then you will get the different shape depending on the shape of the road. And I am just projecting like this. You can say this is the road path. And then finish it. Go to 3D. So here we get a path here. Expand this section box area, and even you can off it. Next one, just select that splitted area and then you can apply the different material to show the pathway or road. Next one is merge surface. If you want to merge the splitted surface into the main surface, then we are going to use this merge surface. First you have to select that splitted one and then main one. Next one is sub-region. You can use this sub-region to show some separate sub-region area. Just to take a different shape and then show it. Once you're done, you can give the different material for that. If you want to show some form, and then I'm just clicking the by category option. Create a new, rename it as a grass or anything. Appearance library. In the site work, we have a grass. Apply that. So like this way you can develop the area. Apply that again and okay. So next one is, in order to name this counter plans, we have a label counter option. Just take a label counter option and then start from any one of the point and then finish it like this. You get a naming to your counters, that is 0 feet, 3 feet, etc. In order to increase the text of this, you just select that and then go here and change the size of the text, that is about 2 inch or 1 inch, whatever it may be. Like this way you can name it. I am just reducing it little, about 0.5 inch. Next one, we have a property line. In order to show the property boundary, we use this property boundary and then create by entering the distances and variances, or else you can go with the create by sketching depending on the data what you have. And then I am just going to draw or show the plot boundary. When you can go with a particular shape, if we have a pick line option also, pick it. I'm just going with the line command to draw the property line. And finish it. So like this way you can show the property line in this format. So this is how we create the massing and site by using the massing and site option. Next one is insert decal. In order to place the frame or any image on your selected wall, either it may be internal wall or external wall, we normally use the insert decal option. For that I am clicking on the insert option and then insert decal here. Place a decal. Before that you should have a collection of the image what you are going to place it. Next, by default we have some decal. You just place it like this. Like this way you can insert any image to your TV or any internal wall. In order to place the new decal, then you go to the insert decal. When you click on the place decal, you get a preloaded decal. So decal is nothing but you can place any JPG image over the wall or any TV to decorate your model. Next, we have a decal type to place the new decal. Then you go with the decal type and we have one preloaded image. We are going to set the new decal. For that, click on the create new decal option. You can give any name like tutu or whatever it may be. Click on OK option. Here we have to browse that particular image, which one you want to browse it. Go to the location and then load it. I'm just going with project textures and then make this in a thumbnail to get a better idea. Simply if I go with this one, I'm just taking this and then open it. Okay, and then you can place the decal, which one you want to place. Decal, place a decal. Here you will get the loaded decals and then place it. Even if you want to change the size of this decal, just select that and go to the width option, that is 4 feet. You can make it 5 feet depending on the requirement. You can change the height and width of the placed decal. Next is family creation. Families are nothing but components. Even you can go with the pre-collections of the families what we have learned already, that is door family and then window family and tree family and other stuff. For that we use this place a component option. In order to customize your own family, we are going to use the family creation option. This is very important in the Revit. The next, for that I am clicking on the file option and go with the new. As like project, even you can create your own families by using the new family option. Click on that. For the project, normally we use default metric template. In the same manner, we are going to select the particular type of the family template depending on the requirement. If you are going to create the column, then you can take the column template. If you are going to place the lighting or door, you can go with a particular family templates. Now simply I am going with the metric generic model 2 based, or here we have a metric generic model. This is the common family template where you can create all the stuff and open it. So make sure you are creating a family template, that is .rft, and the name is metric generic model, and open it. So when we say open, we get a new page and we have a project browser and property. Before that we have to set the basic step, that is unit, UN, and by default we have a mm. You can go with the required unit, which one you want to place, and changing the decimal and changing the symbol. Okay. Next we have the elevations, that is about back, front, left and right, because here we are going to create a particular object, not the project. For the project we have normally left, front, back, right view. Even you can double click and check the elevation. By default we have one reference level. Even you can add the 2 or more reference line with the help of the reference line. Make sure you are in the floor plan level. So we have to switch into the floor plan or elevation depending on the shape what we are going to do. In the create mode we have the forms like extrusion, blend, revolve, sweep and sweep blend. Let's understand the concept first one by one. Extrusion nothing but it creates any 2D shape which will convert in next as a 3D. Let's work out with this. I am clicking on the extrusion option. Take the particular shape. Assume that I am just going to create a simple column about 9 inch by 9 inch. For that I am taking a rectangle, and then here we have a extrusion start and end. So I should start at 0 0, and then the column height is 3 meter. You can give 3 meter end, and then start the first corner and second corner. So once you've done, you can give the dimension for that, that is about 0.23 and then 0.23. Once you're done with the length and width, already we had given the height of the column, and then finish it and go to 3D to check it in a 3D view, and keep your style in realistic to get the realistic view. Even you can apply the material which one you want to apply. For that, select and you go to the material option, by category option, create a new sample, rename this, and you can say column, that is about 0.23 by 0.23. Asset browser, appearance. If you are going to prepare the structural column, then you can go and apply the concrete material, and if you want to decorate with the architecture stuff, then you can apply directly the wall paint. I am just applying the wall paint with the help of stucco and applying it like a ghost white or brown color. Close this, apply and OK. So this is how we can create the column. I reapply this, I confirm the material. Okay. Next, even we can create the other type of the column by editing this. Select that. Here we have arrows to increase and decrease the width of the column depending on the requirement. I just do Ctrl Z. Next, again I am going to the floor plan level, create extrusion, rectangle, or you can go with the pick line option. Give the offset about 0.15 to give the base to the column. I am just preparing an architectural column here, and even you can reduce this pad or design. Go to 3D. This one I am just reducing the height by using the arrow mark, or else you can particularly give the height about 0.45. And for this also you can give the material. Again I am just decreasing it little. Like this way you can create the structural column or architectural column with the same concept. Just change the material according to the requirement. Even we can decorate the another way. Select that, reduce the height or depth, copy it into multiple times, and then again arranging it in a same manner, repeating the same process and arranging it. So you can go with the any other design which one you want to do and finish it. So like this way you can create the column. So once you done, go to the file option and then save as a family. Even we can use this column to the future project. Go to the desktop, or you go to the particular folder and then architectural column. Make sure you have that RFA file format and then save it. Recently I opened the project. If you want to load this column in that particular project, you can say load into project. We have one more option, that is load into project and close. If you want to close this file, then you can go. Otherwise in future if you want to keep the file as running, then you can go load into project, and then I am going to load it and place it like this. Go to 3D to check the height and all the stuff. Like this way you can use. So you can change the base level into the ground level. So measure the distance. I think the distance is 10 feet, 11 feet 6 inch. In order to increase the height of this column according to that, we can't edit that family. In order to edit that family, you can click on the edit family option again. Go to 3D and then select this column. Total height is about 11 feet 6 inch. Done. Load into project now. Now this time it is asking, do you want to overwrite the existing version? Yes. So like this way you can go on creating the other stuff. This is how we use the extrusion option. Not only for the column, even you can do plenty of design parts. In the Revit we have only one option to decorate our model, that is extrusion. By using the same extrusion, now we can learn how we can decorate our model and then how we can create the edges for the windows. For that, I'm just going to the elevation first. This is the south elevation, and then architectural component. So in order to place the preloaded or ready components, normally we use this place component option. We have one another option, that is the model in a place. In order to create the family on spot itself, we use this model in a place option. Next, you will get a family category and then just scroll down. You can select any category, which one you want to. Now I just take a wall or generic model also. You can take simple generic model and OK. You can give the name like Cheja or projection. After that we get the same mode, that is extrusion. Whenever you want to do the extrusion in the elevation, we have to pick the plane. So that it is asking a pick a plane option. Okay, you have to pick a plane in such a way that at least you should get a 2 or more closed loops. I'm just trying to do the same thing. Once you're done, you should stay on that particular elevation, and then I want to cover the window box. For that I'm taking a rectangle and I'm just making it like this. At a time also you can draw for the different window and then do this. So if I close, I will get a solid box over the window. Let's check that. See, this is how you get the solid box. But I don't want to show the solid box. I just want to create the void around that. For that again I click and then say edit extrusion option. Take a rectangle and give the offset about 6 inch, 9 inch, 1 feet, however the projection you want, and then create it. So once you're done, finish it, go to 3D. You will get a Cheja projections, and even you can reduce this one. You can create the other design also. I'm just hiding this wall. For that, click on this wall, right click, hide in a view. If you want to hide by category, you can go, or else if you want to hide only that selected wall, then simply say element option. Even you can decorate with a different design like this and change the projection of the window. As I created at a time, that's why we are getting the arrows, and we can operate this step at a time also. In order to apply the material for this, I can't give the material. As I already told you, we have created the family. For that, you can say edit in a place, and then again you select and you can say edit extrusion, and in the by category material, I'm just going to apply the other material for that, Cheja, and asset browser, appearance, stucco. Can apply any other material, which one you want. Apply, OK. Once you're done, make sure you have the same material, or else again repeat the same process. OK. Like this way you can do your design. Now I want to create a balcony projection. For that I am going to the floor level, that is about first floor level, and then repeating the same component, place a component option, generic model, OK, and you can say balcony projection, take a extrusion, going with a rectangle and then doing like this. So this is just a simple slab. I get it in the same level, that is our second floor. Even you can increase the height of that by using the arrow mark, or else you can change the elevation little bit. Okay. So I'm just want to do the design other stuff. For that, clicking it again, edit a place, going the same floor. Here, edit it, reducing the width according to the layout. Next, you can go with any other design, which one you want to. You can copy it. Make sure the design is not intersect with each other, and it should be in a closed loop. The same rule apply throughout the Revit, and then finish it. Go to 3D. This is how we design the model. And once created, if you want to add the glass, then again I go to the particular level. Now floor architectural, edit, duplicate, you can say glass floor. You can give the thickness, that is about 6 inch or 4 inch thickness, or mm I want to give 5 mm or 6 mm glass thickness. And then create a new material, rename it, and glass floor, asset browser, appearance library, glass category, and glazing. I want to apply this dark blue color. Even if you want to change the reflection of that color and then color of that glass, you can change and customize depending on the requirement. Apply, OK, 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 and then fill up the gap between this design. Finish it. So this is how we create the 3D model. To do any exterior design, normally we use this extrusion. Next one is blend option. For that, again I am switching the template to the new family. Again simply clicking on the metric generic model and open it. We have a blend. Blend means you can blend any two shapes which are in the two different levels or with a different height. Blend it. Take a rectangle. I am just doing now the bottom design, and here we have a edit top option. You can go with the rectangle same. This time I just want to rotate the top rectangle or square about 45 degree and finish it. Go to 3D. Once you're done, you can give the height. You can say column height is about 3 meter. It is in mm, so that's why we have to give 3000. So this is how you create the tilted column by using the blend option. See, like this way. I'm just reducing the width and then depth. For that, again I'm clicking it. Edit a base about 0.3. Change the unit first into meter. .23. Next, say edit top. This is about 0.23. Move it in a proper place. By using the arrow, you can tilt it, or else you can draw the new one. like this way. Finish it, go to 3D and then have the look. So this is how you can create the tilted column by using the blend option. And you can repeat the same process, apply the material and then save it, and you can use it for your project. Next one is a revolve. As the name indicates, it revolves into 360 degree. But before that, you should be in the elevations, any elevation. I'm just clicking on the back or front elevation. Click on the revolve option. Here we have a boundary line, that is the axis of boundary line means this is the shape we can create, and by using the axis line we can create the axis of rotation. The next, by using the boundary line you can create any shape. Before that, I just draw the axis line. This is the axis line. Once you're done by using the boundary line, I'm just doing the design, taking the line. You can do the combination of other stuff, whatever you want. Make sure you have a close loop like this. So once you've done the particular shape and finish it, go to 3D. So in order to do pot and then circular column and then temple, gopura shape, dome shape, normally use this revolve option. Even you can create the pot. Let's see that. Deleting it again. Revolve, axis line, and then boundary line shape we have to draw. You can double this to get a depth or thickness. I'm just applying the arc here to get the smooth finish near to the corner. But before that, make sure you should be in a closed loop. Just delete this. Take a line command and then finish. Finish it. So you can create a pot design to place the plants and trees. Just select it and you will get the arrow mark to do the modifications, and you can give the angle of rotation also. If you want to keep half, then you can give 180 degree like this. And if I want to apply the material, for that I just go with the material option and then apply it. In order to save this, click on the file option, save as a family, and go to the particular location and then save it. And if you want to load it, and just go to the load into project option. Next one is sweep. Click on the sweep option. Here we have a sketch path and pick path, and also we have to draw the profile. That profile continue till the path. I'm just going with a sketch path because I don't have a model. If I have a model and if I want to apply the sweep model directly, then I go with the pick path option. Sketch path. Sketch path. I'm going with the R. And once you've done the path, then next click on the edit profile to draw the shape which carries throughout the path. I just go with a rectangle or square. Even you can go with a different shape depending on the requirement, and finish it. So this is how the square or rectangle carries throughout the arc. Next one is sweep blend. It's a combination of sweep and then blend. Blend means which blends the two shapes. Sweep means that blended two shapes carries throughout the shape. Let's work out with this. Sketch path and then go with any shape. So here, as like a sweep, we have two dots. In one dot we have to draw one profile, and in the second dot we have to draw the second profile. Finish it, and then select a profile 1, select a profile 2, select a profile 1 and click on the edit, and then you can draw the first profile. Finish it, click on the select profile 2 and click on the edit profile 2, and you can go with the other shade, circle, and finish it. This is how you can blend any two shape and which carries throughout the particular shape we have drawn. Like this way you can use the combinations of all the family creations to decorate your model, that is extrusion, blend, revolve, sweep and sweep blend. In the next video we are going to learn the other commands. Thank you.